The needle is like this long, first of all, and it feels like it's going all the way through. I was like, oh my gosh. Hey guys, what is up? It's Shahad again, back with another video, and this week's video is just a story time. So I asked you guys if you wanted to know about my experience at the doctor's, where the doctors almost killed me. So most of you guys said 50% yes, and some of you guys said 50% the other option. I forgot what it was. I'm doing story time. Quick announcement before we go into the video. I'll be starting notification shoutouts down in those comments and in next week's video. So if you want to be a part of that, just stick around and comment like your favorite fruit or vegetable down there. Check in the suggestions. It's either up there or in there. Without further ado, guys, grab your Halloween candy because I know you guys have a ton, and let's get into this story time. Okay, so let me just start off by saying I'm never the type to go into doctors. If there's something wrong with me, I try to fix it myself. Like, I really do not like doctors at all. They scare me. I hate needles. And let's just say I haven't gotten a shot since like 4th grade. 4th grade. I was like, what, 10, 11, I mean 9, 10, 11, around those ages. That's when my last shot was. And mind you, I haven't gotten sick since like September, but that was the only time this year that I've gotten sick. Isn't that crazy? Like, I mean, it's not crazy because that's what happens. Like, you inject yourself with the flu with like, that's what a flu shot is. You inject yourself with the flu so that your immune system can like fight it off. But I just don't believe in that. Like, if you need to fight something off, just fight it off. Let your body do what it needs to do. So recently, like, I went in to get a shot because it was for college. I had to show them like my immunization records. So I was, of course, like missing a few shots. So I went in. I was like, you know what? Let me just do this, get it over with. Like, let me prove myself wrong. Let me prove that all this conspiracy about getting the flu shot makes you sick and all that is wrong. Please let it be wrong. So I go into the doctor's and um I get this shot. This is weeks before the like actual doctor killed me. Well, not killed me, you know what I mean. You know me, I took those shots. It was measles, some other stuff. It was so much stuff. I had to get 2 shots. I said so much stuff, but then I say 2 shots. Wow. 2 shots, yeah. And I took them and I got them and they were only right here. I hate shots that go here because it's disgusting. I hate it. Like, maybe a week after that, I started breaking out. So all my friends, well, all my true friends know that when I go outside and wait in the cold, I start getting like, I break out because I guess that's my way, that's my body's way of showing like I'm too cold and I need to go cool off. So yeah, I break out when I go in the cold. And so I broke out the same way, but this time it was because, well, I didn't know this at the time, but it was because I was like sweating so much, and I guess, well, this is what I thought. I was sweating so much and I was getting dirty, and I guess so I would just constantly take showers and constantly take showers. Like, in these bumps that I was getting like all over, they were itchy, like chicken pox itchy. I was like, you know what, let me go to the doctors again and get this checked out. I mean, like, I can't. Sorry about that. Like, recording in 4K, I see why people don't do it. It takes up so much space. But where was I? So I go in to get these bumps checked out, these itchy bumps. Like, what are these about? Like, it can't be an STD or something because your boy is still a virgin. So I go into the doctor's office. Meanwhile, it's like, oh, I recorded this too. I recorded all of this in my updated week in my life vlog. I recorded all of this that I'm talking about. So I took an Uber down to my doctor's office. Then I waited for an hour, and like I checked in, then waited for an hour for the doctor to actually come and get me from the freaking waiting room. So then he comes to get me, and he's like, well, it might be a food allergen. And I'm like, okay, maybe. I have been eating a lot of like new stuff. Like, I'm trying new foods like every day, so it might be. You never know. Plus I had like 3 PSLs that day. He's like, all right, well, I'm gonna call the nurse in so that she can run a blood test. Y'all, when I tell y'all that my heart sunk, I was going crazy. I have never gotten blood taken out, like never, ever in my life. And it always scares the heck out of me. Cause one, I asked the nurse, I was like, is it gonna come from here or is it gonna come from my elbow? She said the elbow, boy. I was like, oh, that was icing on the cake. But I was like, you know what? But if I don't, then I'm gonna continue to like break out. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let's just finish this. The nurse is like prepping me. She ties my arm with that little rubber band thing. And I'm like, okay, she's prepping me so that I bleed. I don't know. The first time she goes in and I'm like, ah, like ew. If the feeling is like disgusting, it feels like the needle is like this long, first of all, and it feels like it's going all the way through. I was like, oh my god. I start like breathing really, really, really hard, and I'm like, okay, what's happening to me? Like, this has never happened to me. Am I like having a panic attack? Then I start like hyperventilating, like, and then my ears like go like blank. My eyesight is getting like those little black dots. You push your eyes in when they're closed, and then you open it, and then you see like stars everywhere. That's what I was feeling. She was like, she pulls it out, and then she's like, oh, I can't find your vein, like you're not even bleeding. I'm like, okay, like, oh, who says that? So then she goes in again, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, and she couldn't find it again. So I'm like, so she kept on trying and trying and trying and trying. If like, it felt like 20 times, but it was probably only like 7. By like the 5th time, I was already like dying, like literally dying. So my head all of a sudden started to get heavy, like as if like I was megamind or something. Like it felt like all the blood was in my head. Like, why can't I see? The black dots were getting like, there was more. Not, they weren't getting bigger, but there was just more everywhere. So I'm like, okay, Shahad, calm down because you're really starting to scare yourself now. So then she finds the right vein, and I'm like, all right, fine. So I'm like looking away because I can't look at it. So she takes blood, and the blood is running through the tube, and I feel it. I feel it coming out of my veins, or that's probably like in my head because I don't think you can feel blood coming out of your veins. So my head starts to get heavy, and then she starts to turn around and go towards the computer, and she turns away from me. That was her first big mistake. She had 2 big mistakes during this. That was her first one. So she did that, and she turned away, and then my head started to get heavy. So I'm like, okay, whoa, whoa. All of a sudden, like my head, I don't even remember falling. I just remember my head tilting, and then it was boom. The needle was on this side of my arm, so I don't fall like on it. I fall the other way on the bed. And then she's just like, oh, are you okay? And I'm just like, I couldn't, and it was so weird. Like I was like hypnotized. Like I couldn't talk, but I couldn't talk or see, but I could hear everything. Is that crazy? It's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna keep the blood going. And then I'm like, sis, that was her second big mistake. She kept the blood going and didn't even try to wake me up. Like, what if I just died and you're over here draining me? You're bleeding me. The 100 terms. I pass out, and all this whole time, it felt like forever. Like, was I ever gonna wake up? Like, it felt like I was thinking. I remember one time I was thinking like, am I in a coma? She's just like still on the computer. I guess I hear the keyboard clicking and the mouse clicking as well. It's crazy. She didn't even come get me or nothing. After all the blood that she needed was taken, then she unhooked it, and then she made me like turn on my back, and that's when my eyes opened, but I still couldn't talk. My eyes opened when I got on my back, and then I was like this. Like, this is me. And then she was like, oh, you need water? Okay. I was like, finally, girl, you're doing something right. She gave me a little plastic cup of water. Drank that. It was like 5 cups later of water, and then I was able to like talk again. I don't know why I couldn't talk. That's so weird. Yeah, and then the doctor and his like little what is that called? Oh, I haven't watched Grey's Anatomy in over a year. His interns? No, residents. The doctor and his residents come in. There's like 2 residents, a boy and a girl, and then the doctor, and then he's like, all right, so we got your blood, and we'll let you know, you're free to go. And I'm like, what? I just passed out. I just fainted, which I never have fainted ever in my life, and you guys are gonna let me go free? Well, if you don't give me some medication, just in case like the hives came back, which they did. He gave me like this special cream for that like takes off the itchiness, but it doesn't take off the hives. Then when I got out of the doctor's office, the first thing that was going on in my head was like, oh my gosh, I need to tell someone, because what if I pass out again? So I instantly called Destiny, but she was at work. So I shared my location with Destiny just in case I passed out, because I was going to Walmart then like right after that. Then I FaceTimed Brianna. I told her, she was like, did you eat? Like, what did you have to eat? And I was like, I didn't have anything to eat yet, because my appointment was at 11, and I wake up at like 10, and I had to call an Uber to go there. Like, it's clear across my freaking city, so It's in another city actually, but it's like close. It's neighbors. So then I walk into Walmart and then I get my Panera Bread. I eat, go do a little shopping. You know the drill. And then that was it. The whole experience of just passing out is just very scary. And I don't know if my experience is like different because it was the doctor made me pass out. Like that's what was scary. So that was my experience with passing out in the doctors. If you like these type of story time videos, please give this video a huge thumbs up. It really means the world to me. And if you guys want to be a part of notification shoutouts in the comments or in next week's video, just comment your favorite fruit or vegetable. If you had a similar experience to mine, please let me know. Like legit, please let me know. Let me be like a YouTuber. Because I just really need closure. This is just a new type of experience for me that I'm not used to. And see, I'm gonna continue on with more story times later on because I have a lot of experiences to show you guys. Bye. Baby, there's nothing holding me back.